Hi, I'm Jack from Veterinary IT Services, and this week I'm going to talk to you about the power of a They Ask You Answer marketing strategy. Now, we've been talking to quite a few of our clients over the past year or so about how powerful a They Ask You Answer marketing strategy could be for their veterinary practice. So in this video, I'll explain where the idea came from, how it can work, and how vets can approach using it. Now let's start with a bit about swimming pools. Marcus Sheridan might not be a name you've heard of, but he has spearheaded the They Ask You Answer TAYA movement. And it all started with his own business, a pool company. He realised that if you just obsess over your customers' questions and you're willing to address them on your website through text and through video, you might be able to drive sales. His website essentially became the Wikipedia of fiberglass swimming pools and eventually became the most trafficked swimming pool website in the world. And this whole philosophy, of course, is what They Ask You Answer is all about. It's a true obsession with the question, worries, fears, issues, etc. that your customers and your buyers have. It's a willingness to teach and communicate with them in a way that they want to be taught and communicated with, selling it in the way that they would prefer to buy it. So how does it work and why it's important? Well, be honest, how many times have your clients brought their pet into your clinic and mentioned that they'd already Googled the symptoms? We all know they do it, and we might all be guilty of doing the same thing for ourselves before a trip to the doctor. In fact, a recent study was conducted by an organisation called Bayer stating that 77% of pet owners consult Google for medicinal information before even consulting their vets. Often clients' questions start with something like, "I heard that," or "someone told me that." And this is where the case you, the veterinarian, are able to resolve the issue. You want to have that conversation before they come into your clinic. You want to address it earlier rather than later, because if you address it later, you may have already lost a huge percentage of potential business, or at least trust that you otherwise would have ascertained by simply being the one to address that fear, that worry, that concern, that question. So how can vets approach it? So you might not be convinced already that this is going to be the way forward with your practice marketing strategy from now on, but how can you approach TAYA in a way that does the subject justice? How much content should you be producing? How do you pick what questions to answer? Firstly, you need to brainstorm all the questions you get asked or that you know clients are asking, and then you take the time to produce articles and videos at a very consistent level. Ideally, you should be producing at least 100 pieces of content a year in some way, shape or form, to really start to see that you become that trusted authority in your space. These answers don't necessarily have to be added to a blog on your website and just left there for people to find. You can also start to use them as part of your client education piece. Why not collate them into sections, for example facts about your most common surgeries, including information about the procedure, recovery time, and any medication needed after. These answers don't necessarily even have to be in Word format or even perfect for release. Why not try producing quick informative videos? All that matters is that you get started and you keep going. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to know more about They Ask You Answer, check out the Modern Veterinary Podcast episode 7, They Ask You Answer, a revolutionary approach to gaining new clients. Don't forget to subscribe, but also check out our blog for up-to-date tips and tricks.